Ian shows philosophy posits there's no such thing as free will, even though denial would seem to prove there is. Maybe not so much between good and evil, but whether to go outside now or wait until it cools down a little, life is complicated. Philosophy is supposedly about finding the truth, but truth is dependent, not on free will, but on defining the terms around which truth is discussed, which is hard because language is fuzzy, unlike numbers, which can yield algorithms and gambling odds, and artificial intelligence, which will soon do all our talking for us. Frankly, I'm amazed we can still get to the end of a sentence without help. We can't even agree on what a dog is. Dog ears can belong to a floppy old bloodhound, a contract you signed 30 years ago, or an old book. Dog is what you do when you follow somebody. It's what you call somebody who's unfaithful. Dog can be a collie or a pug. It can be the dog you had when you were a kid out there on the farm. Or maybe you never had a dog. Or the dog had rabies. So where do we stand politically? We are split down the middle between those who are okay with trans people drinking light beer and those who just want a machine gun lager by the case. How does this affect keg parties in Wisconsin? So many things to think about, and yet we each only have one brain. What is smart? Something that makes a lot of people, something that makes a lot of money for Elon Musk? Well, it's not Twitter then. Something that makes a lot of people happy, changing Twitter to X maybe? Something that makes some people unhappy and some people very happy, like home ownership or a Batman movie. Is happiness even a thing to want? It's often accidental. A puppy licks your face. The Supreme Court makes a ruling. That used to make Americans feel good. At last, education for everybody. At last, a constitution. At last, the president can have people killed at his discretion. What? That seems problematic. How do you arrive at a ruling that makes it okay for a president to defenestrate? Try that again. How do you arrive at a ruling that makes it okay for a president to defenestrate? Let's try it one more time. How do you arrive at a ruling that makes it okay for a president to defenestrate visitors to the Oval Office? Well, it's what the framers would have wanted. So the justices claim, allegedly. They asked themselves, would a president have thrown somebody out a window even though there was no Oval Office at the time? Sounds like something Andrew Jackson could have done, to be honest. But he wasn't really a framer. John Adams would have done it if he had the upper body strength and it was somebody French. Maybe we're turning into the vicious morons our forefathers apparently dreamed the nation might become. There's a brand of coffee now called Death Wish, an excellent strong coffee, by the way. I saw a hot sauce display at the store and the bottles were shaped like hand grenades. And recently I bought a laser pointer shaped like a rifle bullet. A conservative publication is selling its own brand of razors because it deems Harry's razors to be too woke. How is razor wokeness even determined? Will woke razors make us bleed milk? We're tougher, but also hypochondriacs, judging by the never-ending onslaught of new drugs I see advertised, which all seem to be cures for types of insomnia that didn't even exist until 2020. Many of us deny that COVID is real, but willfully court salmonella because we think pasteurization is a scam by the French. See, John Adams again, to keep us from making lattes with raw milk, I guess. In reading for this particular commentary, I came across the concept of doxastic voluntarism, a new one to me, which is a philosophic doctrine according to which people have voluntary control over their beliefs. I guess you have to have doxastic voluntarism before you can have free will, but it only goes so far. Once you choose to believe in God, for example, you can't go back on it. You can, but there are consequences. Eternal damnation. Nowhere to go on Sundays. It's hard living in your head, America. Everybody's yelling at you, telling you you're wrong, trying to sell you something, and nobody even knows what. Pet shops all across the land, and we don't even know what a dog is. Oh, who cares? I'll see you at the barbecue Friday night. You bring the beer and machine gun. I'll bring the tequila. Woohoo! I gotta go.